hype your girl up. Them can spread out and brawl out. Girl, plant your garden. Put me in a dress. The runners are taking off like Usain Bolt. Not me being a bird whisperer. Look. This wind feels so good.
Got me feeling brand new, like I know what to do. Got me feeling nostalgic. Ancestors sending clues, I'm sending gratitude.
Hey garden friends, wagwan. Welcome to another garden video. If you're new here, come on up. Come on up to the front of the comment section. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nardia and I am in Northwest Ohio, Zone 6B. And I am your new favorite soil sister. And if you are a regular viewer of my channel, if you are an OG, if you are a longtime supporter, we locked in. Thank you so much for coming back to watch another video. I truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you all so much. And also, if you see somebody comment that they're a new subscriber, let's welcome them. Like their comment, welcome them to the family. We're very friendly over here. We like to laugh, have a good time. We're just real friendly. So please welcome them to the channel. If you see new subscribers, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. In today's video, I will be giving you guys a tour of my vegetable raised bed. This will be my September garden tour to see how the garden is going in the month of September. But before we do that though, okay, birds, we heard you. Yes. Yeah, okay. Noted. Anyway, before we do that, I just want to also announce that Botanical Interest, well, before we announce that, guess who is the new Botanical Interest Ambassador? Me. So I am a Botanical Interest Ambassador. So I will be mentioning products, information, learning opportunities, different things that's going on with the Botanical Interest company, websites, here and there. So the first thing I want to announce is they are having a sale. They've been having their Labor Day sale and it's now going on until I believe September 8th is when the sale ends. So y'all are watching this on Sunday. You guys have just a few hours to purchase whatever you need during the sale. I will leave all the information on the screen. Leave all the information on the screen regarding the sale. And yes, you can use my code, which is Nardia K, to save an additional 5% on whatever you order. So if you need something for your garden, if you were looking at Botanical Interest, if you were interested in buying any of their products, right now is a good time to take advantage of their sale while it's going on. And you can also use my code to get an additional 5% off. All right? All right. We're going to tour the raised bed, see how everything is growing, see what's dying, because a lot of things are dying, and we got to get ready for fall, y'all. What is so important that you got to talk about, bird? What is really so important that you have to interrupt my video to talk to your friends about? Like, give me a minute. Your bird feeder has food in it. Just give me a minute. All right, thank you. Yo, I think that worked. I legit think that worked. They stopped. Not me being a bird whisperer. Yeah. Call me the bird whisperer because they stopped. Focus, Nardia, focus. What were you saying? The raised bed, things have been dying. We have to get ready for fall. And let's just take a look around. Let's just take a look around, see how it's going. And we'll talk about it as we walk around. Let's go. To start the garden tour off, I'm going to give you a quick pan of how the garden looked. Just a quick overview. But before I do that, I think it will be really cool to show you a quick pan of the previous months of how the garden looked. So you can see month by month, just a quick comparison and a quick progression of how the garden developed. So I'm going to show you the past few months, and then I'm going to come back and show you this month.
Here I find myself again, time traveling only in my head. From the past to future play, more change, yeah. intentions are valid, but the goal is not to be triggered every time. Never mind, it's just life. It's okay for my sanity to choose perfect peace, and I'll forever and always be here, present.
Now that you saw how the previous months look, this is how it looks in September.
I am enough as I am. I am fully equipped. Even when the tide and the current start to shift, I am adaptable. I am adaptable. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. It's safe for me to be grounded in the present.
Now that you've seen that, and the bird is back, I guess I didn't talk to it enough. But pardon the bird, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, you guys would have to just listen to the bird this garden tour, or for however long it decides it wants to talk. I don't know. But it's nature. And I live with nature. I love nature. So we're not going to omit nature from my life. It just is what it is. Anyway, because I'm sure y'all are not bothered. I'm sure y'all are perfectly fine with the bird. I'm just talking for no reason. Let me go in detail to show you guys what is growing in these big, beautiful, lush, bountiful garden beds. You guys, I think this is my first time showing this plant in my garden tour. Birds, really. I can't make this up. Anyway, this is ginger. I forgot to show you guys that I planted ginger. I don't even remember when. And it has been growing. I don't think I've ever shown you guys in my garden tour that I've planted ginger because it is in a small pot and it's usually hiding behind everything else. But I planted ginger and this is how it's going so far. In this yellow pot over here, I have my chamomile, and I have been harvesting chamomile from this little by little. It is a really small amount that I'm getting. It is adding up, but it is not that much. Next year, I do plan on planting a lot more chamomile because I do drink chamomile tea a lot. Behind the chamomile is lemon balm. I need to harvest this because lemon balm is absolutely my #1 favorite tea. So this is my lemon balm. She's still doing good. So I need to harvest her so maybe I can get like another flush. This first front bed right here, I think I'm going to be emptying it soon. All of my red kidney peas, and those were like a shelling peas. I've picked all of them, so now I'm going to pull the plants. I do see 1 or 2 that is left, but it's not many. So I will be clearing this bed soon and getting it ready for something else. Well, this entire area, this bed and the one behind it will be moved soon because I'm putting something totally different right here. Stay tuned for that. We do have 1 okra plant, and like I told you guys before, I don't know if I'll get any okra from it because it's starting to cool down now. The weather is changing. I do see some okra pods, but I don't know if they'll get big enough before it really gets cold. This is a Clemson spineless okra. That's the only okra I planted in my garden. Behind here on this little makeshift trellis situation are tomatoes, and I do see 1 that is ready. These were Cherokee purple tomatoes, so I will be coming back to pick that when I do my harvest video later today. Back here in this bed, I had corn, absolutely did nothing. I had a pumpkin, absolutely did nothing. And I do have a few more red kidney peas, more shelling peas, so I will be seeing what's left of that. But I also will be clearing this bed soon, moving this and getting it ready for the new project that I will be doing back here. And this is my compost area, which, girl, I need to take care of that too. but you keep watching, stay tuned. This area is going to be changing very soon. Moving on over to what I call my tomato bed because it predominantly had tomatoes. Before we get there though, right up front, I have to show you guys the snapdragons. I think they're finally done for, so I might be clearing out this pot also very soon. But the snapdragons, I think they're done for. Behind in the raised bed, as you can see, the nasturtium is really taking off. The nasturtium was not doing that good in the summer. I'm guessing it was too hot, I don't know. But now the nasturtium is taking off. It's even coming all the way down to the ground. And it's even wrapping around onto the tomato plants. Like the nasturtium is showing out now that fall is coming. While we're on this side, I do have a Genovese basil plant right here and another basil plant tucked in over there. The first tomato that you'll see is a Better Boy tomato, and we do have a couple of tomatoes to harvest. They are blushing, they are pink. We still have a lot of green tomatoes, but I'm going to wait for them to blush. And the one right next to it, because there are two plants right here, is a Big Boy. And the Big Boy has a tomato that is splitting, so I have to get that soon. And behind it, there's actually, I believe, a beefsteak tomato. And I believe also there are two Cherokee purple tomatoes. As you can see, this whole tomato trellising setup situation was a fail. I've mentioned it many times. My trellising system was a fail this year, but I will be doing better next year. But I don't think the trellis was strong enough, and I put way too many tomatoes on there, and they're indeterminate tomatoes. So I really just stressed that tomato plant. No, I really stressed that trellis out. I really did. Also in the same bed, right in the center, we have a sunflower that is dying out, but the birds and the bees still come and peck at it sometimes. We also have a dahlia, which never bloomed. I don't know if it will have a chance to bloom now that it's getting colder, but it never bloomed. And we also have some more sweet Genovese basil. Look at these beautiful zinnias. These make me smile so much. This zinnia plant is beautiful. So we have a beautiful, vibrant pink zinnia plant right in the middle, just stealing the show. And behind here, oh gosh, I'm so scared to be back here. I do not like coming back here, but when I have to harvest, I harvest real quick and get out. But this is actually 4 cherry tomato plants, all tangled up in a whole mess of entanglement back here. We have, the first one is a Sun Gold, which is my favorite cherry tomato, a Super Sweet 100, a Sun Sugar back here, and the last one, which is this one here that's kind of leaned over, is a Honeycomb. And it is leaned over and the trellis is just not, it's not working. But those are the 4 cherry tomato plants, which I do have to get in here and pick the harvest. I don't like doing it because you guys know me and the tomato hornworms, we don't like them. That is basically it for this bed. The tomato production has slowed down. So right now I'm just picking the harvest, and just when it stops, I will clean out this bed, amend it, and get it ready for the next planting of fall stuff, or maybe wait till spring. I'm not sure yet. Moving on over to the next bed. This bed is what I call my pepper bed because it predominantly has peppers. My Scotch bonnet peppers, I mentioned to you guys last time that they're still green. I like to wait for them to change color, like a red, orangish color. And thankfully, some of them are now, you can see the spots of orange in there. They're starting to get orange, but I really want them to get red. So I'm gonna hold off on harvesting my Scotch bonnet for as long as I can until I get as many red ones as possible. Or if not, then a lot of orange ones. but we have a lot of peppers on this tree. It is loaded with Scotch bonnet peppers. It's just that most of them are green. Right behind the Scotch bonnet pepper, we have more zinnias. Ah, how beautiful. So beautiful. Behind the zinnias, we have banana peppers. Behind the banana peppers, I'm actually not sure what kind of pepper this is because I got a mixed blend. So the seed packet is a mixture of different, it was called a carnival mix. And I know that some of them are green bell peppers, but there's also, I don't know exactly what pepper this is. I'm not sure, but it's a pepper. Behind that, we have an eggplant, which I harvested one eggplant from already. And I don't think there are any more, so I might be pulling this eggplant quickly also. Yeah, I don't see any more eggplants. But I have two other eggplant plants and they have eggplants on them. Behind here on this mess, we have some tomato plants that I need to harvest for the next planting of fall stuff, or maybe wait till spring. I'm not sure yet. Moving on over to the next bed. The zinnias in the front again died out, but I want to show them to you anyway because they were beautiful while they were here. This bed is what I call my pepper bed because it predominantly has peppers. My Scotch bonnet peppers, I mentioned to you guys last time that they're still green. I like to wait for them to get change color, like a red, orangish color. And thankfully, some of them are now, you can see the spots of orange in there. They're starting to get orange, but I really want them to get red. So I'm gonna hold off on harvesting my Scotch bonnet for as long as I can until I get as many red ones as possible. Or if not, then a lot of orange ones. But we have a lot of peppers on this tree. It is loaded with Scotch bonnet peppers. It's just that most of them are green. Right behind the Scotch bonnet pepper, we have more zinnias. Ah, how beautiful. So beautiful. Behind the zinnias, we have banana peppers. Behind the banana peppers, I'm actually not sure what kind of pepper this is because I got a mixed blend. So the seed packet is a mixture of different, it was called a carnival mix. And I know that some of them are green bell peppers, but there's also, I don't know exactly what pepper this is. I'm not sure, but it's a pepper. Behind that, we have an eggplant, which I harvested one eggplant from already. And I don't think there are any more, so I might be pulling this eggplant quickly also. Yeah, I don't see any more eggplants. But I have two other eggplant plants and they have eggplants on them. Ooh, look at my dress. So we have a nice eggplant on this plant right here, and the other eggplant is on that plant on that side over there. Behind here on this mess, we have two cucumber plants on this trellis, and I believe one tomato plant. Way too much. I did way too much on this mini trellis, but we're here now, and I'm making the best of it. In the same pepper bed, on this side, we have green bell peppers right in here that I will be harvesting soon. And we also have serrano peppers that are in there. Some of them are turning red, some are still green. We also have a purple bell pepper, which is really beautiful. Never grown that before. And that was part of the mixed pepper blend, so I'm not sure what variety it is. It was just a mixed packet. And this is the eggplant that I was telling you about on this side. Behind here, I have jalapeno peppers. They're called jalapeno gigante. And behind that, once again, we're at the back with the whole mess of just cucumber, tomatoes, and a mess that I'm scared to touch. Getting to the middle, the center of my garden, this is my highlight. This is where I try to make it really pretty and highlight the garden. Right in the front here, we had this pot that had a sunflower. The sunflower has totally died out, so this is going to go. We had scallions. I need to trim and harvest those, put them in my freezer. And we have some thyme, which I also need to trim and harvest and put away. In this raised bed right here, we had a mixture of strawberries. Did not get much strawberries this year, but it's okay. On this side, we had Fort Lorraine strawberries, which is ever-bearing. And on this side, we have Seascape strawberries, which is ever-bearing. I honestly don't know if I'm going to keep the strawberries in this container or move them. Like, I do want to make changes for my garden next garden season, just so that it works better. As a gardener, I am always looking for ways to improve my garden. And sometimes that means changing up plans, moving things around, planting things in different areas, because that's the fun thing about gardening. It's always changing. It's something new to learn, and I'm continuing to learn every single day. So I don't know if this is the best spot or even planter for my strawberries. And I'm looking for ways to basically improve my garden for the most production. So that's a possibility that these strawberries and this little setup right here might change. Another reason why this setup might change is also this bed right here is blocking the lower section of the green stalk. If you can see, the lower section of the green stalk is not getting as much sun because this bed is blocking it. A thought process is maybe putting this bed behind and pulling the green stalk to the front. That's a possibility. Or even moving this bed all together and putting that somewhere else in my garden. Not sure yet, but stay tuned as you guys continue to watch these videos, and you will see the progress and the changes that I make. Speaking of green stalk, this is my green stalk. I have the 5-tier, I believe it's the original pocket green stalk. It has the deeper pockets, and I have it in the cherry blossom pink color. Most of the pockets are empty, and whatever is in the pockets, it's about time for them to go. So I will be clearing this green stalk soon, and like I said before, I think I'm going to transition this over to a fully herb tower. Like all the different herbs that I like to use, I think I'm going to fully transition this green stalk to just grow my herbs. That's what I'm thinking right now. That plan might change, but that's the plan for now. I did have I still do have strawberries. Hold on. Right up top here, strawberries, and the runners are running, okay? Baby, the runners are taking off like Usain Bolt. Over here and over here. They are taking off like Usain Bolt, Olympian medalist, gold medalist, champion runners right here. They're taking off. So I might also be moving all the strawberries out of this green stalk and putting them somewhere else. Just a thought. We had sage in here, basil, rosemary. I forget what your name now. What your name again? Oh, what your name? Oregano. We still have a eucalyptus. What's on this side? On this side, we had a calendula, which is dying. We have this huge sunflower. It wasn't huge, but a tall sunflower that volunteered, and I left it. And it was like a burgundy color. Not sure if you can see. It was like a burgundy color. The strawberries that are just taken over and just running all over the place. Behind the green stalk, I have this lower bed right here. This is what I call my callaloo bed. I think the callaloo's are done for the season. I cut as much as I could. It's time for this bed to now basically go to bed. So I will be clearing it, amending it, topping up the soil, getting the weeds out, doing what I can. And like I said, I don't know if this area is going to stay how it is, because since this bed is lower in height, this is only 12 inches and all of my other beds are 24 inches. These beds, because they're taller, sometimes, especially these ones over here, you see how everything is taller and this is more down, it does block the sunlight from this area. The callaloo can handle it. So maybe I'll keep it as it is because the callaloo can handle it, because the callaloo does grow tall. But just food for thought. Just some ideas. I'm just throwing them around. I might be changing it up. This trellis thing will not be here next garden season. But currently it has tomato plants. It has a Roma tomato. And still, none of my Roma tomato plants have... Dear God, spam risk. Why do spam risk continue to call me? Leave me alone. None of my Roma tomato plants have ripened yet. They haven't blushed, they haven't ripened, none of them. In any of my beds, my Roma tomato plants just have given up. I don't know what it is, but the Roma tomatoes are not, they weren't with me this year. They were not with it this year. I also had a pickling cucumber plant in here, and as you can see, it is struggling. It is struggling bad. I think it's maybe the lack of sun. I don't know what it is, but the cucumber vine did not fare well here. I probably got 2 cucumbers out off of this vine, and they weren't the best, honestly. So lesson learned for next year, this trellising thing will be going. That's the first thing. And I will not be planting cucumbers back here. Moving over again, one more. The zinnias. No, that's a lie. Why am I lying to her like that? I lie, I'm sorry. The snapdragons, beautiful while they were here, but now it's time to say goodbye. Anyway, this bed big, it full up. This bed is just lush. That's the only word I could think. It's just bountiful and lush. Those are the words I can think of. This is a Lake Tahoe dahlia. So beautiful, gorgeous, and a lot more buds that are getting ready to open soon. Gorgeous dahlia. In the front here, we do have some nasturtiums. Right behind that nasturtium, we have a summer squash, crookneck, and you can see the powdery mildew has taken over. So I will be pulling this squash very soon. I think the only reason why I didn't pull it yet is because I saw 2 squash plants, or 3, was it? Yeah. I see it is still growing a few, actually, squash plants. So I'm trying to hold off and see how many more squash, even down here, as you can see, there's some down there. How many more squash I can get out of it before it truly kicks the bucket, before it truly dies. So that's the only reason why I haven't pulled it just yet. Behind that summer squash, beautiful yellow African marigold. We also have eggplants. And this eggplant, hold on, because I remember last video I was saying it didn't have any eggplants, and it did, and I embarrassed myself. So let me check to make sure I lie again. Yes, okay, this particular plant right here does not have any eggplants, but the other 2 plants next to it has. So do you see? We have 1, 2 eggplants growing there. And I'm gonna check the other one on the other side if it has an eggplant as well. Y'all, look at this. Look at this. You guys already know. You guys already know about this mess back here that I created. Once again, I think I put 2 cucumber plants and a tomato plant on this trellis that they had no business being on, because this trellis cannot handle it. And they have definitely just created a whole bunch of chaos back here, all in the walkway. I can't even walk back there. And at one point they were climbing up into the trees and I pulled them down. I think that was the last 2 videos ago. I showed you guys how I was pulling it down from in the trees up there. I don't know if there are any tomatoes left to harvest. I don't know if there are any cucumbers left. And to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to go in there to check. I actually doubt I'm going to be going in here to check. I might send my son to check and see what's going on in there, because I don't want to go in there. But What do we always say on my videos? I know better for next year. In the same bed, just on the other side, is more of the same thing. I lied. This eggplant on this side is not doing good either. I will be pulling this plant shortly. It's only the eggplant plant in the middle that really did good, and it is a black beauty eggplant, in case you were wondering. And you know, the mess back there. And as you can see, the mess continues from the back all the way to the side. This tomato plant basically gave up and is hanging off on the floor. It's on the ground. It's just a whole mess. Embarrassment. A whole mess. Moving over one more. Hey, snapdragons. Hey, snapdragons. Hey. But look, y'all. Look at the nasturtium. Like, this is just amazing to me. The nasturtium is really doing this big one. Look at the beautiful orange color. Like, fall is for the nasturtium. Fall is for the nasturtium. It just takes up the whole entire front garden. And it was not like this in the summertime. It was struggling. Let's take a moment for this dahlia. Look at this dahlia. And this dahlia is called Tahiti Sunrise. Ooh, she cute. Oh, look at her. She cute. Beautiful dahlia. Back here, girl, where do I even begin? This is supposed to be a pumpkin, but powdery mildew is not making it great. Powdery mildew is just, it's taking away the greatness. But I haven't pulled it yet because I do have pumpkins growing on the ground. So until those pumpkins are done growing, I will deal with the powdery mildew. It's okay. It is what it is. It is what it is. So this is pumpkin. There was a cucumber plant in here somewhere. I would say that's dead. Because I would say that's dead. And the squash vine borers, definitely eating through this plant. But like I said, I will deal with it until I get my pumpkin harvest. Back there, these tall, beautiful plants are my okra plants, or okra, however you want to say it. I'm Jamaican, so you know, so I'm going to say okra. My okra plants. And to this day, I haven't gotten out one okra yet. They're starting to come up. So it is a possibility. I'm holding out hope. Do you see? We're starting to get some okra on all of them. The problem is, it's starting to get chilly here. Y'all see, right? I have long sleeves on. Still put a dress on though. I still had a dress on because y'all know, let me show y'all. Y'all know because you guys know I love dresses. Put me in a dress. Put me in a frilly, cute, fluffy, cute, girly, flaunty, frilly kind of floral dress. Makes my day. Anyway, but I have long sleeves on because it is starting to get kind of chilly here in Ohio. So I don't know if the okra is really going to go all the way to give me a few okra to eat. And I want some fried okra. I am hoping and praying to get some okra because I want some fried okra. I want my okra. I mean, plant them, I want it. So we're holding off hope, y'all. Cross your fingers for me. In the comment section, cross your fingers that I get some okra plants. Back there, there's a black trellis, if y'all can see. A little small little trellis. There is a tomato plant on that vine. At some point I have to make my way back there. This is how the walkway is looking, so I have to meet myself back there at some point to pick those tomatoes because I do see that some of them are ready. And I want to say those are beefsteak tomatoes back there, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe, I know, there's also a cucumber plant. So at some point today, maybe tomorrow, I have to meet myself back there. I have to get myself back there to check on I can't talk, wait there. At some point, what am I trying to say? Why am I losing my words? Why I can't talk? What am I trying to say? At some point today, or at some point in the near future, today or tomorrow, I don't know when, I have to make my way back there to pick my tomatoes and to search for cucumbers. Was it really that hard to say that, Nardia? Because the way you were just stumbling over your words makes me think. I think that's all I have in this bed. But this is how the pumpkin plant is just overflowing and spilling into the walkway. And I'm going to show you the pumpkins that I do have. You see that? And I don't know what variety of pumpkin this is. I'm so sorry, I don't know. I just saved the seeds from when this pumpkin that I use for when I'm making soup. I saved the seed from it, and I actually don't know what type of pumpkin it is. And I have another one, small one. Is this the pumpkin or melon? Wait there now. Wait there. Oh shoot. Wait there, people. Wait. Oh no, this one is it's a pumpkin. The melon vine is just right next to it, but it's not attached to the melon vine. It's a pumpkin. Let me cover it back up. Hold on, because these animals. It's a pumpkin, and right back there, so I have another one. As you guys can see, I did plant melons, but those are non-existent. Did not get any melon plants this year at all. In this last mini garden bed here in the front, once again, one time for the snapdragons. We have Roma tomatoes that are just not Romaing, okay? They're not doing anything but being green. There are just a whole bunch. There is just a whole bunch of green Roma tomatoes all in here, and not one of them has turned pink, red, light pink, any other blushing color. Not one of them. They just refused this year. They refused. The only thing I might do is, if they never blush or turn color, I might make fried green tomatoes. But hold up. You guys know from watching my previous videos, I do not like fried green tomatoes. I made it for the first time, and I told you all it wasn't my thing. It was not for me, but my family likes it. So if for some strange reasons these Roma tomatoes never blush, they never turn, we're gonna be eating they will be eating a lot of fried green tomatoes, a whole lot. And if it's just too much for them, then compost it is. That is the end of my main garden area. And just to remind you guys, I grew this entire garden with no fertilizers. Not that I'm saying you don't need fertilizers. Not that I'm saying fertilizers is not important, because trust me, it is. And I will be getting fertilizers for my next garden season. But it just was not in the budget this year. Unfortunately, it wasn't. I had to spend most of the money getting this raised beds together, buying the raised beds, getting the soil, getting the area together, buying the plants. So budget-wise, fertilizers was not it. But even though the fertilizers were not in my budget, I was confident that I could still grow in my garden without the fertilizers, only because the soil that I got was I ordered it from a company. It wasn't bag soil, but it was really good quality soil that was already mixed with compost, topsoil, sand, and some really nutritious and good things. I just tried my luck. So fertilizer is important. Your soil is the most important thing to growing really good crops, veggies, and all that stuff. And I know I probably could have gotten a much better and bigger harvest if I added fertilizer. It just so happened that this year it wasn't in the budget, and we're not going broke trying to grow a garden. Even if you don't have a fertilizer, still try, push your luck, and see what you can do. And then add the fertilizer when you can. And don't let, because you watch YouTube and everybody and their mama and their cousin and their best friend is adding all these fertilizers, you think that you cannot grow a garden because you don't have the fertilizers. But, clearly I did it. And even if I didn't get the best quality soil, guess what? I was still going to try it. I was still going to try to see what I can grow without a fertilizer. But just remember, fertilizer is very important, very crucial, and it will help you to get a bigger harvest, higher yield, better crops, healthier crops. So if you can afford it, definitely get it. Don't skimp on it. But if you can't, Do not let that deter you from starting a garden or planting a seed. It's all trial and error. We all just playing a game here. All of us gardeners, especially me. I'm playing a big game. We're all trying. It's all trial and error. I'm failing and I'm showing you. We're not really failing. Because you guys know I don't like to use negative words to describe myself or negative words to describe my process. We're all learning. I am learning. It's all trial and error. So it's my little speech to tell you all to try your garden. Whether you have all the supplies or not, as long as you have a seed and you have some soil, girl, plant your garden. Over here in these blue pots is my little mini mint collection that was originally in my green stalk, but when I saw that the mint was spread into other pockets of the green stalk, I ripped them out and I recorded it for you guys. So if you want to see that video, I will link it above for you guys. But this is my little mint collection. I have ginger mint, strawberry mint, pineapple mint, apple mint, chocolate mint. I have all the mints. I'm a mint dealer. Now let's go over to the other side of my backyard to look at my orchard, because we got a little bit of fruit trees, we got some berry trees, so we have a little mini orchard situation going on, and my carrots, which I'm not proud of, but I'm going to show you guys anyway. Let's walk together all the way over here to this corner in this yellow bed right here where I planted my carrots, which I've said many times, big mistake. I haven't harvested any yet, so I will be doing a video soon where I harvest this to see exactly what I got out of it. I don't think it's much, but I made a mistake first of all by planting the carrots under the trees. Like, this is all shade for like 90% of the day, and this is where I chose to plant the carrots. In my defense, right? The reason why I planted the carrots there, my thought process was when it gets really hot in the summertime, they will stay cool because carrots don't do well in too much heat. They will stay cool because they will be shaded by the trees. It made sense when I thought about it that way. Like, think about it, it makes sense. But I didn't think about the part of them not getting sunlight, Yes, it needs to stay cool, but it also needs that necessary sunlight, and it's just not getting it over here. So stay tuned for when I do harvest these carrots to see what I got, if anything, these carrots. I doubt it's gonna be anything, but we'll check anyway. Moving on from my carrot, I have a surprise for y'all. Close your eyes. Everybody close their eyes. Close your eyes, right? I'm gonna show you the surprise. Close your eyes. I'm gonna count to 3. Ready? 1, 2, close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. Look. Look, you guys. If you're new here, let me explain this to you. About a month ago, I was doing my exercise. I go for either a walk or a bike ride every morning. And I got a few blocks from my house, and one of my neighbors had this raised bed on the curb, getting ready to throw it out. I do not have a truck. I have a regular sized small car, and there was no way this was gonna fit in my car. It was really early in the morning, so I woke my son up, my 13-year-old son, who will do anything for his mom, woke him up, and him and I walked the 3 blocks, saw this, we carried it, and then halfway through us carrying it, my sister came and helped us. So basically me, him, and my sister took turns carrying this about 3 to 4 blocks from where I saw it to my house. Heavy, okay? It doesn't look it, but it's heavy. And it's hard to carry because it's so cumbersome. I say all that to say, when it came here, I showed you guys in my previous video, it was black. And I told you guys that I was going to paint it, and I got so many recommendations from you guys to color it a bright, fun color, a funky color to go against the black shed. I took all those color recommendations, but I couldn't pick one color. I couldn't pick one. Some said pink, some said orange, some said yellow, so many different color options that you guys gave me. So because I couldn't pick one, I put all the colors on there. So I had my son paint it white, so the base of it is white. And then every afternoon for the past few days, I sit in this chair and I have just been drawing and painting. So this is all hand drawn by me and painted by me. I am in no shape or form a trained artist or an artist. So I drew all of this, and I did document the process when I was drawing it. So that video will be coming out at some point when I do the whole complete reveal of this raised garden bed. But this is what it's looking like so far. I just drew themes of things that I see in the garden on a daily basis. You know, I had to include my freeloading rabbits. They stress me out, but I love them. This is how it's looking so far. And the chair is here because I have this side to do. I don't know what to do on this side yet. I'm not sure, but this is what I'm going to be working on last. And then I'm going to be filling this bed and planting it up very soon. Anyway, moving on. Let me show you the orchard. My jelly bean blueberry is in this blue pot right here. I did not get any blueberries this year. This gala apple tree right here. You guys don't understand, I'm so upset. I had one nice big apple that I was so for sure that I was going to get this year, and about 2 days ago it just disappeared. This apple was growing to almost, it was getting to be a good size, and then 2 days ago it disappeared. So I will not be getting any apples off of my gala apple tree. I do have some small ones. I just doubt that these small ones will grow big enough for me to actually enjoy it. And I only have 2 small ones left. But I had that one big one. I was really wishing and hoping for it. Wishing and hoping. Over here is the peach tree. No peaches this year. Well, that's a lie. I did get peaches that grew on it this year, but I didn't get to eat them because I don't know who ate them. The squirrels, the chipmunks, the critters. The critters got to it before I did. So we're gonna have to make a better plan for next year. Next to the peach tree in this blue pot is my blue crop blueberries. Got absolutely no blueberries this year. Sad about that because I absolutely love blueberries. Oh, did you guys see the rabbit? Oh, he ran back there somewhere. Honeycrisp apple tree. Planted this spring, so I don't expect to get any fruits from it. Hopefully next year. This blue pot here is my Patriot blueberry. Once again, got no blueberries this year. Behind there, well, before I got behind there, I have a thornless blackberry tree here. I did get some blackberries off of this. I'm not really a big blackberry person, but I ate 1 or 2 of them. Another blackberry bush right there. And in that part right over there is a raspberry shortcake raspberry plants. As I mentioned with the other plants in my garden, I have another idea of moving my 2 apple trees and my peach tree to my front yard. But my front yard, my house is west facing, so the sun rises in the backyard in the east. And then this is south right here behind me. That's where I have the raised beds there. And then by the afternoon, which is west, that's right, my house west facing. What I'm trying to say is the front of my yard gets blazing sun, right? It gets hot, 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 hot. And I don't have the trees, like all these trees in my backyard. I don't have that in the front. It's just pure heat, pure sun. And it gets a lot more sun throughout the day. So there is a spot in my front yard, the division between me and my neighbor over here, that gets a lot of sun, and all we have there right now are evergreens, but they're dying out. So I need to pull those evergreens out and put something else there. And at first I was going to pull them and put more evergreens, like a boxwood or something like that. But I'm like, why? Those evergreens ain't doing nothing for my belly. They're not feeding my belly. They're just not doing anything. When I do pull them, because they are dying, they're not doing good, put something that is still a divider that will give you some kind of privacy, but something that will do work for you, right? Something that is edible. Take advantage of all the space that I have. So I'm thinking I might, when I do pull those damaged trees, I will put the 2 apple plants and the 1 peach tree and they will be in the front, and then that way they can grow as big as they want to grow, because as they are where I show them to you, I don't want them to get too big because then they'll shade all the other plants underneath it. But where I would put them in the front, them have the open space, them can spread out and brawl out, they can just spread out themselves without any issues. It's just the work to do it. It's just, to be honest, it's just the work to do it, and I'm scared that moving them again, they might not survive. But I don't know yet. It's all trial and error. I have to try something, and I won't know unless I try. But I will definitely, if I do it, keep you guys updated and let you guys know how that goes. And maybe also take you along the process of me moving them to the front. This wind feels so good. It's just that nice, cool, crisp, you know, that wind that just is nice and cool, and it's a nice, crisp breeze. It feels so good. Thank you guys for watching another video from me. Wait, don't go yet. Just give me one more minute. YouTube has a new feature that I'm learning about. It's called hype. All right, hype your girl up. I have turned, hold on, because I need y'all to hear me. I have turned on the hype feature in my YouTube settings. Don't ask me how it works. I'm not really too sure. Just hear me out. I just know the basics. I just know, well, from what I've seen. So somewhere down here, where it has the comments and the likes, the shares, and all that, there should be a button that says hype. Y'all gonna test it out for me because I'm not sure, because I can't see it myself on my own channel. I am not sure. But if you do see the hype button, hype your girl up. I believe you can only hype up 3 YouTube videos per day. I don't know how it works. Like I said, don't ask me the logics or the details behind it. But hype your girl up if you see the hype button. I would really, 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 really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you. And if you're new here, don't forget to comment. Let us know. And if you don't want to say much, because I know some of y'all are shy. If you don't want to say much, just put a little heart in the comment section, a little emoji, raise your hand. Let us know you're new here. Welcome to the garden, friends. Thank you so much for watching your new favorite soil sister. Truly appreciate it. And until my next video, you guys already know, click clack in the comment section. We be having conversations, we be talking it up. I will talk to you guys in the comment section. Bye.
I had a dream last night. Did everything I never do in real life. I stepped into a room, told everyone to be quiet, 'cause I had something to say, blew everybody away.